Value, sir.
100 is the value.
Value.
And plus is the operator. And
Operator.
50 is the
Value.
value. Okay. So here just that values combining purpose, and 100 to 50 values is combining purpose, just you have to using the operator. Okay, then here the output purpose, just you have to call that variable only, no need to call the values, just you have to call the variables only. Whenever you call that variable, then in between what you have to using that operator in between the values. So then automatically whenever you calling that variable, then that values, it can be what type of operator you have to using in between that values, that depending what type of operator you have to using in between that values, that based on that operator functionality, then it can be given a output. See here in bottom side, it can be given a how much of output they have to be providing, that what type of output you have to getting 150 here in the, and below this is the output screen. This is the Eclipse menu buttons, and this is the library. Okay, this is the library, and here it is the, this is the what is that, whiteboard or body. Okay, body or text edit box. This is the where you have to what type of code you have to develop in that body. So this is the developing area, and this is the output area. Okay, and second one, and first one is the, so what type of operator now we are discussing about that. Addition operator. Yes, addition operator is the first one, is the addition, and second one is the subtraction. So in the same way you have to using this subtraction, in the sense, for example, in between values, just you have to use the subtraction, what is that, subtraction operator. Then you have to, here the green button is there, run main, just you have to press it, that run main, then automatically you have to get the output here. So 100 minus 50, then you have to get the 50. Here every time no need to create a class file in this Eclipse software. Okay, but when you're using through CMD command prompt, then on the time, so whenever you execute that file, the before generate a class file, then only you have to execute a class file. Okay, so here whenever using this Eclipse software, no need to create a class file. Automatically whenever you execute that file or then code, then automatically in background it can be generated a class file. Then it can be goes to what is that, what whenever it is generated successfully class file, then through compiler, where you have to using that compiler, whenever you compiling that Java file only, then it can be useful, that useful to us, that Java compiler file, Java compiler file. So after completion of the Java compiler file, then interpreter, then that interpreter also it can be there in backside of
Interpreter.
that yes, that interpreter also it can be there in the backside of that Eclipse software. It is not asking that, so where it is that class file, and how it can be generated, that execution file, and these are all things, it is not necessary in that Eclipse software. Okay, so whenever you're compiling that conversation purpose also, it is not taken in more than time, it is not taking, or it is not utilization of that execution purpose. When your execution without the asking that class file, and without the asking that, or without the asking any what is that, path, it is not asking any path. Here you know, you don't given any path here in Java environment, on these are all things, and that path and home path and environment path, no need to assign that in Eclipse. Okay, so that is the thing. So that's why, and each and every developers, they have to be using this type of Eclipse software. It is very easy to use us. Yes, yes, say us, yes or no.
Yes, sir.
If you want to comfort in CMD prompt or command prompt, okay, no problem. If you want to interest that command prompt, are you interested that using through command prompt? Hmm? Say yes or no?
I said that also okay. To run the
Uh,
program, this is easy way, sir. I think.
So in that's why you have to using in Eclipse or command prompt.
Both are okay, but Eclipse is good, sir, to run the program fastly.
Okay, right. So actually, you have to know that how to execute in command prompt also. Why? Because in directory, how to show the directory, what type of command you have to use in that showing to the what is the list of the directories, and how can you check out in on the desktop file is available or not, and these are all things. Why? Because in some of the time, the whenever it is affected that virus in your system, and the time it is not showing that in that Eclipse. So on the time whenever you go through command prompt, then only whenever you're using that directory dir command, then automatically if you affected that system and virus affected in your system, then only it can be showing on that list of library or list of directories. In that's why you have to know that subject, you have to know that knowledge. That's why I have to give any instructions. Okay, that's why I am not directly executing in this Eclipse. That is the thing. Okay, right. And
Sir.
and these are all things, and additions and subtractions and the multiplication purpose also. Just you have to here use the multiplication symbol. What you have to use in that multiplication? X. No, star. Yes, okay. Then you have to run the program. Yes, 100 into 15
Sir.
equal to 5,000. Okay, and another, what is that? Mod. A mod division. Yes, division purpose. What you have to use? Percentage slash. So whenever you division, what type of answer you have to get? Hmm? True.
Two, sir.
Two. Okay.
Two.
So only two. Whenever you using that division,
Maybe it's two.
huh? Only two. So without using any other numbers, it is not a division. It is not possible for the division. Yes, of course. So just you have to try it. So on the time, don't use in single variable. On the time, don't use single variable, and two variables you have to use. And here also data type integer and y and equal to and 50. Okay, and here and print what is that output purpose, you are mentioning the two variables, and here also x divided
X.
x by y.
Divided by
Okay,
y.
yes, that is the thing. Then you have to, yes, get the answer. Yes,
Yes.
that is the thing. So why? Because on previous only one variable you have to get
Yes.
that. Only one variable. Why? Because in percentile purpose, sorry, division purpose and multiplication purpose and subtraction purpose also, you have to use only one variable. But here the division purpose, you must and should you have to use the two variables only. Okay, and output purpose also. So whenever you're calling only one variable, that is not getting any answer. Why? Because and division purpose you have to use the two variables definitely. Okay, in that way. And second one, percentage. Yes, so percentile purpose, how can you utilize that percentile? Percent symbol. In that calculation purpose, you have to use the two variables. It is new. It is need.
No, sir.
No.
Still.
Percentile
No,
purpose.
sir.
So percentile purpose, just you have to want to only
Still
one
more.
variable. It is okay. Just you have to remove this one, only only one value, and here just you have to provide that percentile symbol, percentile and 2. Okay, so here output purpose also just you have to call the only one value. Okay, then just you have to calculate. How it is possible? Hmm. Float, okay, data type you have to change that. Float. Float data type is the float. In that answer it can be showing that type a float type, but this is true. No, so how it can be calculated?
No, sir, wrong,
That,
sir.
yes, exactly, two variables. And the time just to don't here use the float. What is that? Data type is float. Just to have to use the integer only, and here, right? And again you have to use the y and equal to, okay, for example 50% and semicolon, and here system dot print dot x percentile y. See here, x percentile these are things, okay. Hmm? Here just you don't give that 100. For example, here just you have to provide 5, okay, and here 2. So first of all just you have to give the small values, then you have to, yes, it is getting. And for example 5 is 100%, in the sense 5 into how can you calculate that percentage? Hmm? Hmm? 100, so 500 and divided by 2. So how can you calculate that? See here, and 5 by 2. Yes, 5 by 2. How can you calculate this percentage? Tell me that. Screen, it is not shareable. Okay. Right. Tell me that. Remaining purpose. Just to open your mouth when I am asking the question. Say
by
true
y
or
into
false.
100.
Huh? Tell me.
X by y into 100.
X by y
Y
into
into 100.
100. Here I want percentage. 5 by 5 divided by 2. Okay. How can you calculate that? 5 into tell me. 5 into 100 by 100 by, sorry, 100 by 2 into 100. Exactly.
No, sir.
But what about others? You are not calculating for the percentage, ready to.
So
Hmm.
dividing the value by total value, then multiplying the result
How can you?
by
Tell me that. Tell me
100,
that.
sir.
Huh? Tell me that. Hmm?
Sir, excellent, sir. Value and total value and divided by
Uh,
100, sir.
Total value. So how much of value? Total value in the sense 5 is the total value. Yes. Hmm? Tell me, other members.
Hello.
Ah, tell me that. How can you calculate that 5 by 2? Without calculation of that percentile, you're ready to join the software engineer. Yes.
Sir.
Yes. How can you percentile? How can you calculate the percentile? 5.5 by 2.
5 by 2 into 100, sir.
5 by 2 into 100.
Into
Exactly.
100.
5 by 2 into 100.
Sir.
Wait. 5 by 2 into 100.
100, sir.
Huh?
5 by 2, if we divide, the value will come, sir. So that value equals into 100, sir.
Okay. So here one of the person 5 into 100 in the sense that is the 500 divided by 2. Okay. Divided by 2. So here 2.5.
Sir.
250. That is not a value.
Sir,
Like,
if we divided 5 by 2, the answer is 2.5 into 100, sir. That's the answer, sir.
250. 2 into 5. 2 into 5, 10. 10 by 100, 10. That is not a correct. Girls, Santi,
Yes, sir.
how can you calculate that percentage? After this completion of this calculation only, I have to go on another step. Why? Because without this much of calculation, we are not eligible for the software engineers. How can you simplify?